Yo, what's slackety slack in there, YouTube people? Haters the haters, the dreaded of the dread. It's none other than that one Knotlocks, and today's video is gonna be really quick because I'm running late for work. But it's also on a very well-known professional rollerblader by the name of Frankie Morales. Mr. Yuck Yuckum. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is actually a really big video for me because as one of my dread inspirations before I ever started to get locks, Frankie Morales here was the reason for me wanting to get locks. And it was like, oh man, I want to have locks that look like Frankie. So when I first tried my first set of locks out, I was aiming to have it look like Frankie's here. Although keep in mind that Frankie Morales here has had a bunch of different lock styles throughout his professional career. So it's interesting because he always seems to keep them short. Never does he grow his locks too long. Starting it off here, this was the photo that actually inspired me to get locks like Frankie. His locks on this photo were like exactly how I wanted them. That thickness, that length, the texture. Unfortunately, my hair did not go into this specific form of locks when I was trying to get it done. I had no idea even how to make these happen. And in these photos with his locks here, he used a lot of beeswax in his time making his locks. And I've asked him actually before on Instagram how he does his hair, and he said he twists it and used beeswax. Now, although these were the thickest I've ever seen his locks, they have changed over the years, as sometimes he cuts them off, combs them out, and then puts them in again. But like I said, never are they ever past like shoulder length here. Which brings me to the question, do dreadlocks fit people better when they're shorter on men or longer? And I kind of feel that it's more maintainable to have them short like Frankie's doing it here. Now looking at this picture, you can see how his locks look totally different than in the last one. And this is a new set of locks. More recent, these ones are. And it looks like they've been twisted less this time around because there's a lot more frizziness on the top of his head. The ends aren't blunted as well. There's loose hairs coming out everywhere. These just look more free-formed more than anything, but to be honest, I'm not really too sure because looking at his hair close up, you can see the ends are very frayed, so there's been no crochet hook at all. And for his hair texture, he's actually Cuban, so he's Hispanic, and his hair is actually a lot more fine than mine. It's not nearly as nappy or curly. So it's interesting that he's pulled off dreadlocks for more than 20 years of his life. No problem. Looking at his hair in this one, this is once again another set of locks that it looks like compared to this photo. He has dyed the tips blonde. The tips here are curly. To be honest, I don't understand how he can have so many different dreadlock styles over one course. And Frankie Morales is probably, even though he's not black, he is the top colored skater probably in the industry today. And he's been killing it for years, like 20 plus years he's been skating professionally. And it's surprising because a lot of professional athletes like skateboarders, snowboarders, they don't really make it as long into their olders. Like once you reach 30, your prime is kind of topped. But for Frankie, he just seems to keep getting better and better as he gets older. This is a really old school picture of Frankie here when his locks were really short. And this is when he would have been twisting and using beeswax. Just twisting and beeswax to get those locks how they were. Another picture of some older set of locks. And these locks here would have grown into these ones right here. But here you can see how they're thicker, the ends are blunted. He's a lot younger in this photo. This is probably like early 2000s. And then those would have grown into these beast locks right here. This is his rap album cover. But then lately, like he was taking out his dreads and starting new ones, like once again, as he's always been. So there's been times when you catch him without any dreads at all, and you can see what his hair looks like. It's like afro-y, but very light afro. But then soon enough, he just starts locking up again, and then boom, he's got twists with beeswax going once again. And every time he's been making his dreads, it's been twisting and beeswaxing, it looks like. A couple mug shots of him when he got arrested back in the day. These were of his younger set of locks. These were when around like 1999 probably. Very thin again here. Now they're thin again, you know, and then before they were thick. Crazy how he can change up his hairstyle so much. And then here's another set of locks. A little bit older here, but the ends are dyed. Look at the maintenance on the roots. There's like none. They're just growing out. And then one more mug shot, probably more recent. Man, he's been in trouble with the law a lot. But yeah, that's the story of Frankie Morales. Probably one of my favorite inline skaters of the industry. So make sure you guys leave a comment below. Tell me guys what you guys think about Frankie. And if you guys have any other action sports athletes that you would like me to inquire about their locks, go ahead and leave that in the comments section below as well. But for today, I'm gonna sign off. It's your boy Notlocks, bringing you more daily content of Dreadlocks. So make sure you stay tuned and stay subscribed, because this is the best source for daily Dreadlock content. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.